Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. There is some huge news in regards to VAllure, and it is not a good one. As we're going to VAllure, the English A VTuber agency, they did pride themselves in taking care of the girls and also, letting them do lewdtuber stuff and any of that kind of stuff separate from, of course, the regular YouTube side. They did the say-so stuff on the YouTube side, the not-so say-so stuff on, the sites that allow that kind of stuff. So today we're talking about them because they're, recently they had happy birthday for Nijisanji and everything like that. But the big announcement was that they are closing. We're going to go to the actual announcement here, which is, it is with a heavy heart that we announce that VAllure will cease operations effective today, June 1st, 2026. All currently active IPs are re-released to their talents at no cost to them. We hope this gives them the freedom to continue work they've loved and supported. All donathon funds have been paid out in full in respective talents, and VAllure no longer holds any of those funds. So that's for anybody who has any donathons going on currently. The fulfillment of any remaining donathon rewards is now the responsibility of each individual talent. Behind the scenes, VAllure will continue to assist our talents during the transitional period, as well as providing resources to ensure that they can thrive once they are no longer with the agency. The decision to shut down was not made lightly. While we won't go into details about it, we want to assure you that our focus remains firmly on our talents and their futures. To help them move forward with a positive focus on their upcoming content, we kindly ask that the fans refrain from directing inquiries about the shutdown toward our talents during the streams on their channels. We cannot thank the VAllure community enough for the incredible support you've shown our talents over the past 2 years. We hope you'll continue to follow and support them in any of the individual journeys that they have going forward. For details on each talent's plans and future, as well as where you can find them, please check their X accounts. We're going to be doing that in shortly. Here says, well, VAllure's closing. That sucks. They were considered one of the most promising up-and-coming agencies for a while. People seemed hopeful with their business model. VTuber corpos are tough. At least the girls would get their IPs, wishing everyone the best moving forward. And that is the thing. I actually wish well for them. I know there are a lot of people who are like, oh my god, they're an A VTuber agency, they're doing adult stuff, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. The point is, they treated their people well. The girls seem to be very happy. But, as I've always said this, it is very hard to keep up an agency. If you don't have venture capital coming in, you don't have large amounts of capital coming in the first couple of years, it is going to be one of those things. In fact, for example, over here in the US, they don't even consider your first year a year of money making. They always consider you will more than likely be given opportunity to write everything off, because the first year is usually seen as a year where you are in the red. First couple of years, in many cases, you're in the red for a regular business, let alone an entertainment business like a VTuber agency. Let's continue on with the girls. It's not over until I say it's over, Reeflings. A lot of the girls are saying pretty much the same thing. They are sad that VAllure is closing. They're not going to go into the full details of why it's closing, but they all are going to be doing their own thing. They're going to, of course, try to keep in touch with each other, but everything will be up. Their Patreon is still going to be up. Their Blue Twitch is still going to be up. Everything is still going to be up. They do want to thank VAllure, like the Histrionic Cuddles. She was one of the big ones behind it. I think she was one of the ones that was doing, I think she created it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And she also was trying to help out as much as possible. We have here, Ibisu, who says, yeah, I'm sad, but at the same time, I'm really happy that something could make me feel that sad. It's like, makes me feel alive, it makes me feel human. And the only way I can feel sad is if I felt something really good before. So I have to take the bad with the good, so I guess I'm feeling a beautiful sadness. And yeah, like I said, they're all pretty much saying the same thing. They're going to be going indie. It's not ending. None of them, as far as I can tell, as far as I was able to see, are going to be leaving. They all are going to, of course, not be a part of VAllure anymore, but they will be a part of each other's lives. They're going to, try to talk to each other, but they're not going to be a part of that group anymore. It's not going to be as easy to communicate. Same thing that happens when other people leave. A lot of them, like I say here, Mara Vespide says a few words. First of all, they're not graduating. It will not be returning to the IRL job. They'll be keeping their IP. They plan to keep doing their stuff. Plan to keep doing everything that they had planned before. They are very heartbroken about the VAllure thing, but they're happy that Strani and the team of VAllure created it and everything that they did. They'll treasure the time in VAllure, but of course they're going to be moving forward to Desanguine as well. They're not graduating. Same thing here. Also, they all are pretty much saying the same thing. They're not going to graduate. They're very happy that they were in VAllure. They're very appreciative to the VAllure group. Should be cotton bum. To the harem, says the same thing. Thank you for support for me in VAllure. And they're going to continue doing their stuff here. Streams will be guerrilla until further notice. And they, as far as I can tell, are not going to be graduating either. And we're going to Mercy Modiste of the ones that have actually put something out. I'm going to be mentioning them. There are others who haven't, but the majority of the ones that have put it out are saying the exact same thing, which is we are sad that things have ended up being the way that it is. They thank the community for helping the VAllure girls grow and the agency grow itself, and they are very sad that it is happening, but they are not going to change very much. They're in the case of Mercy Modiste, she is going to be ceasing all NSFW activities for the foreseeable future. For her, it has become harder to create that content due to the help that she's doing with her parents and things like that. So she has a lot of familial responsibilities that she wants to take over, and her Patreon will be a discounted price, things like that. But she is not leaving overall. And we have, of course, Azure Delay as well, saying they will still be here. It's not about a graduation, it's just things may be changing. Of course, they're going to be indie from now on, but also when it comes to any of their content, things will be changing for the little bit, and things will be moving forward positively in the future. Again, I see Snowpaws saying the same thing. They are not leaving. They are not going to be going anywhere, but they are sad that VAllure is gone. They're going to be keeping their IP. That's one of the big, wonderful things that's happening here. They're all keeping their IP. They're all going to be the same people they were before, the same, creators they were before. It's just, so there are going to be some changes that are going to be happening, of course, as happens with any big agency. Finally, Penrose as well is going to be doing the same thing when it comes to any of this stuff here. They're just going to be giving a big thanks to their agency, and yeah, they're all just going to be continuing to do their thing. And the community as well, even people like, I'm just seeing a lot of positive things. Of course, there's going to be people who are like, yes, another NSFW agency is gone. But for the majority, as you can see here with EB, they're just all appreciative of what they've done for the girls and the fact that they're all going to be getting their IPs back. You guys let me know, though, down below what you think of this big news. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. She is getting attacked as we go to VTuber FeFe, who is a female English language VTuber who does NSFW and other things, as many VTubers do. She's become kind of a lightning rod in the community of positive and negative things because of just, the way that things have been going around lately. And against NSFW, people have been really against her as well. And Pippa has come out to kind of defend her in the way everything's going. It all started here with, if you want to be invited to VTuber, that time of VTuber party, you need to put an upside down sticker of your VTuber model on their front con badge. However, if the person inviting you doesn't have this on their badge, that's a red flag. They also need to have an MC sticker on the back. Went to this con and the weekend, there was no VTuber. The VTuber orgy is something that's been really put out there. I think I've been lied to. And continuing here, you have someone who responded, says, as if we needed any more proof that Western VTubers are just failed P-stars as that saw an easy in. VTubing should have been gate kept so much harder. Yet another thing ruined by a P-star from predatory women saw an easy bag. It's a joke, but okay. It's just a joke, haha, by my fancy, I swear. It's not a VTubing skinwalker trying to extract money from P-addicts. Totally not that. No, it's only a joke. So yeah, some people, like I said, she's become a lightning rod for people to bring hate to the NSFW community. I am the type that live and let live. It is a big part of the VTubing community because, well, we have Project Melody, who started out as on the yellow chat site and with the science team, and then later became a VTuber in EN. she was huge. She pretty much blew up the whole sphere that way. Nothing funny about it. Kafi-chan, who's part of the adult industry, which degrades women, does human trafficking, and posts your nasty butt content for the kids, for all to see, even kids. No, it's all the NSFW stuff is all gate kept. It's all age kept. It's age gated, whatever you want to call it. You're too dumb and lazy to do actual work. Hope your bloodline doesn't continue. These people are very evil. They're very, very mean. Must be not a big reader since he didn't even bother with the other extremely popular posts you put up saying you'd never go to one of these parties. It's kind of hard to fathom how these people don't realize your post was an obvious joke, considering you have multiple times made posts warning people not to go to such things. So yeah, some people took it very seriously, as she did, as Sleepless Visions did. And continuing down here, this type of VTubers is the woman version of Manosphere dudes, just predatory people doing whatever possible can to extract money from a niche. It's beyond gross. In fact, many Western VTubers are just failed P-stars, and beyond embarrassing. I can't possibly fathom how annoying it has to be to be in this niche as a woman, and because you like it. Because of people like this, you're expected to also be a gooner bait. Absolutely do not envy women trying to get into our growing the VTuber space without trying to shill their bad amateur stuff. Bro, do you realize Japanese VTuber community was built on idol culture? Idol culture still to this day does underage girls to the point where they tried to pass out a law outlawing the sale of little idols photo books because, and I quote, it would hurt the chances of so many little girls who are trying to follow their dreams of becoming idols. Or the fact that crazy, lewd, downright VTubers that the Japanese VTuber scene was built on before the corporates ever existed. So what exactly would you have gatekept? Both the idol scene in Japan and the VTuber culture is based on that. And the Japanese VTuber culture are built on the backs of S-workers. It's very true, like I said. In the EN sphere, we have Project Melody and others. And we go on here, you know, people they're reacting to it. If you don't like the creator, why do you interact with them then? Lots of people are just reacting to what they're saying, and they're reacting poorly to those reactions. Let's go to Pippa, which is what we mentioned earlier on. Bunch of bored people have picked FeFe as a socially acceptable target of the week. She continues on here, saying, remember the early days of the EN sphere when Project Melody was getting blasted by news outlets and everyone rallied around her to defend her? It's weird that I think that was half a decade ago. Yes, because a lot of people were against her, and a lot of the girls on that site were against her too, because, you know, she's a VTuber. Abayo is like, Abayo, she's muting the conversation. What I find kind of funny is people accusing lewdtubers of invading the VTuber scene when myself and Melody have been the VTubers longer than Hololive EN has existed. vshojo wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Melody, a lewdtuber, and if it wasn't for her, most indie VTubers wouldn't exist. Thank you, Pippa. Fifi-chan has been a VTuber way before what people consider flagship streamers. They just hate to see someone earn their living however she wants, in her own terms, and being absolutely okay with it. They do earn a lot, and I think a lot of this is envy, because I know of VTubers who make 5 to 6 figures a month doing lewdtubing, specifically doing NSFW stuff, specifically on the other sites, specifically. It is something that, of course, will breed envy, will breed jealousy. I swear there's been an uproar in these people. This person I thought was P baiting, PDF baiting, because I called Live to rig Papa, and even after went a commenting spree about a bunch of my posts. So yeah, this person named Internet Dog, Pippa, they were given a plaque for being a top blank, which is somehow not just openly stated casually, but accepted, celebrated now. Don't get me wrong, I don't care if she wants to do that, but expecting people to not comment on that, especially on this site, is crazy. Continuing on, back in my day, the face of an EN sphere was an actual P-star, which is Project Melody. Gura was and still is basically the face of EN VTubing, since there's never been a replacement that reached the same level. Melody was never the face of VTubing or even close. She was an interesting outlier because she was an actual cam girl that swapped to a model. Gura came way after Melody. True. I mean, Melody started earlier than EN. But it wasn't because of Melody that EN became a thing or anything like that. Hololive EN became a thing because of Kiryu Koko, who pretty much pressured Yago into creating EN, because she said, look, I get a lot of money because I do dual language streams. You are leaving a lot of money on the table if you don't do EN. It is growing big. You need to get in it now before other people do. And that's why Hololive EN, that's the lore that I understand behind Hololive EN. It was money that wasn't good, that Yago understood should not be left on the table, and that's what it's the thing. It wasn't because of Melody or anything like that. It's just the EN fans of Hololive were big enough, and the Kaigai Nikki were big enough that they were going to be created. Anyone who says otherwise, I think doesn't really know the full story. But I'm getting off topic here. It is a lot of people are, like you're seeing here, are just not liking what is going on. Finally, what I will leave here is this: 2025 was so long ago that people not using vshojo wouldn't exist if it wasn't for blank as a flex. vshojo wasn't a great company. It had a group of VTubers to start out, which was Melody, Zentrea, Iron Mouse, Vebe, I believe, Fruit, and others. And they all started out. It was alleged that Melody was a little bit more behind the scenes, where, you know, she was actually helping with some of the management stuff and things like that. But we would never really know. That was all alleged, like I said before. But it's not a big flex to say that it was vshojo wouldn't have existed because of that, because vshojo, as we know, was a horrible company. Although it did bring a lot of people together, it did bring the EN sphere closer together, so it did do some good there. You guys let me know what you think about the whole situation with FeFe and being attacked for being a lewdtuber. I do like hearing your comments below. There has been an unfortunate update for Kaguya Corp, which is Illuminating the Future Streaming, Singing, and Talent Development. They are a VTuber organization. And one of their talents, Samegawa Shion, is someone that was going to be showing up soon. As you can tell here, you know, being excited, finding out debuting a part of Reveries. I've been working really hard behind the scenes, and I can't wait to share this new journey, but this isn't the update we're talking about. This one here, which is an important notice regarding Samegawa Shion. It says here, we'd like to inform everyone that Samegawa Shion has been admitted to the emergency room for medical evaluation and treatment. With Shion's permission, we were able to share that medical staff are currently investigating a possible internal bleeding-related condition. At this time, our priority is ensuring that she receives the care, rest, and support she needs. As a result, Shion will not be posting or participating in public activities until further notice. We kindly ask for your patience and understanding while she focuses on her recovery. We also ask that fans refrain from speculation and respect her privacy during this time. Further updates will be provided when appropriate and when more information becomes available. Thank you for your continued support, Samegawa Shion. Regards. And down here, no one has responded yet because they are a small agency, but Samegawa Shion here says, thank you for all for understanding. I wish this wasn't happening so shortly after announcing myself. And here we go. I said, you know, of course, wish for a speedy recovery. Some people are wondering about the costs. To be careful about the costs. Others are saying take care of yourself. A lot of people are just saying, you know, hopefully that they'll be okay. It is internal bleeding. Internal bleeding is very scary and very, very dangerous. So it is something that absolutely needs to be taken care of. And I do hope that she is able to, you know, come back to streaming, come back to whatever she wants to do in due time and with proper care, of course. Reen Penrose, or Bean Penrose as some people call her, is an independent English-speaking VTuber. She was a part of Idol EN. She split when they became Chroma Shift, and she did a revenue share thing for about a year until now she has everything back. And with that, we have this announcement from VLive Unite. Performers revealed, silhouettes revealed. Reen Penrose, a special stage, is coming to VLive Unite. If you don't know what VLive Unite is an organization that does a concert series with different VTubers. They've done it with Face Connect VTubers. They've done it with other VTubers separate from Face Connect. Other bigger VTubers, they've done it as well. They did it on May 30th. British Standard Time, and that is why we're talking about it today. They were able to go through all of this, and the show is almost here. Waiting room is ready, so come and join us and get ready for the show. Hope you'll enjoy it. It's a concert series. In this case, it's going to be 3D outfits as well, a virtual music show. So they tend to give the talents that are doing it, if they don't already have a 3D outfit, they tend to give them a 3D outfit as well, if I'm not mistaken, in order to get this thing running through if you don't already have one. If you do have one, then you can use it. And here we go. Let's take a look at her VLive Unite, which is 15 minutes. It's a very short concert series, episode 5 for them. Let's take a look.
Have arms. I'm gonna do all sorts of things now that I have arms. Like swimming, or spinning plates, or building tiny miniature snails. Maybe they'll invite me onto one of those obscure British game shows that only 3 middle-aged housewives watch. Let's just say.
So, I wanted to show you just a little bit. I can't show you too much because a lot of these things are copywritten, especially in Japan and other places like that. So I do want my video not to be blocked. A video recently was blocked for a little bit of music that was in the background. So don't want it to be blocked. But you can see there, she does have some range in her singing, which is great. And as you can see, they give them a stage to perform. and usually in a studio or some sort of thing like that if they don't have their own home thing. But they give them a bit of a stage, and here's a little bit more for her.
Cold open.
Song, what a wonderful twist. It's a whim, so you'll act upon it, so it's in the script, but is that so wrong? Light up the fire in the depths of your being, till you catch up with me.
I just want to leave you guys with that last little bit. So Rin Penrose was able to have this wonderful VLive Unite. It is amazing that she got this opportunity. She did a really great job. As you can tell, she put her full heart into it, as she does with everything she does. And big congratulations to her, of course. Definitely, at least the intense it is, could curse your own faith and family. Yeah, I know. It's really bad. Survivor's Guilt, I know it's very bad. It can do a lot. Jesus Christ! Finally! Hell! I just needed to do something else. Make sure he can't even punch. That was quick! Why did it tell him so quick the second time? The hell! The first time it was hell. The second time was hell. Third time was hell. Then I finally got it. I was finally able to do it. It worked. And I did it quickly this time. The fuck? Thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.